What's up? What's up, Mr. BRoots?
What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy. Should I go a little further? Money man with the $100 billios just going all over the world, even with the Europeans of KSB going on tour to see my boy, the 414. What's going on, KSB? How is it going? Your boy BRoots is back. How's it going?
Hey, brother. Finally, man. Long time since been here, dude. Like, I guess more than a year. I remember you last time. I've watched it, and I had to laugh hard because you talked about the sacrifice, and you said, like, yeah, I don't know what's good to sacrifice about it. And I was like, yeah, you know now, dude. You know now. But
yeah, your boy's got he's got a new hairdo. You know, he's got the little dreaded mohawk. You got the Louis, and he's also got the belt since the last time we've been on. You know, the black is for Ethereum, the blue is for Pulse Chain. And what do we got right here?
Who's that?
Got the main man, Teddy Bear. Teddy Bear, you know, he got the gold. I mean, he's got bling, 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 bling. Teddy Bear's just blinging all over the place. Teddy Bear flipping Doge in 2025/2026. This man is going to make many multi-millionaires. Matter of fact, he's already made a bunch of millionaires. And you're a top, I believe if you're a top 10 to 15 wallet, you should be sitting on high six figures to $1 million. And Teddy Bear said, what's that? What's that say, Bear? I said we're going to go for the top 100 millionaires by 6 months. There he goes. He just said it. 6 months. If you're in the top 100 wallets, the man says you're going to be a millionaire.
You got
it. Financial advice, it's literally coming from a bear. Literally coming from a bear.
An iced out bear. Heavily iced out. He got it already blinging right there. It's just wait until he got a diamond hanging from his neck.
So, man, I hear you guys are touring all over the world, killing it. You know, I saw you guys. I met you with you guys in Dallas. You guys came to my home state, and I went to the party. It was a fun time. It's a really fun time, actually. Got to meet some people that I blocked. Ended up blocking later. But, you know, if I block you, it doesn't mean anything. I would still have a drink with you in person. We can have good conversation because crypto Twitter can be a completely different thing. In person, majority of people are actually good people, and I truly believe that. So anytime there's such like an event like that in the hometown or in the area, I do like to get to it so I can actually put a real personality behind a NFT face on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. So you guys are doing good things. Keeping the dream.
Thanks, man. Really appreciate the props. And yeah, we're trying to construct here. We're trying to get some like alpha in real person happening, something like doing something that's actually going to grow community instead of hating.
Yes.
We're not on the hater side. I don't give a fuck if you stake your hex for 15 years and you're happy with it. And I'm also happy if you're in meme coins because I feel like there's space for everything and we need all of this. So all of our team is like, we're diversified people. We have different mindsets and we're not persons that need to have like one way or the other, but everyone got their own game. And if you make better gains than mine, then yours was better. And I admit it. And if it wasn't, then mine was better. Hopefully you all make mad gains. That's what we're here for. I'm not here for bitching. I'm not here for reading some people who are bored on Twitter and just feel like they have to comment everything. I feel like if you have a real life, it's good also to realize this shit's really not that important what people write on crypto Twitter. It's more about what you're doing for the community. And I feel like I really was bullish on having you here because a lot of people understand. They only see you as the meme coin guy that says that make money with shit, that has no idea, which is lucky and so on. and they don't see the whole picture. So I like to see the whole picture. And I thought like it would be great if you could, for our German and European audience, repeat a little bit how you got into the whole thing. Like,
Oh yeah,
be an
I
hour. It would be great to hear from you how you did this.
sure. I'll do a fast forward version because it's not all just about me. But I came into crypto through a mutual friend in 2013. First Bitcoin purchase was just over $300. And there are photo shots on Twitter to prove that I'm not just making that up. But came through 2013, actually forgot about it, made some Super Bowl bets with it, lost a few Bitcoin, wasn't even that big of a deal at the time, didn't even think it was nothing, you just lost a few Bitcoin. That ended up being, six-figure bets that I was hoping that, the first play of the game would be a return for a kickoff touchdown. The crazy, stupid bets that people make. I did that. But, the leftover Bitcoin that I did have, just forgot about it. Went through my regular work life. Came back in 2016, 17. The market was coming up like crazy. Just started doing some streaming. I had the #1 XRP video in December of 2017 when it was going crazy. I had well over 150,000 views in a matter of like a week. So I was going crazy with that. Binance was a top affiliate for Binance at that time through that video. So that was big, was making more money than I've ever seen in my life. And then lost it all in 2018, 2019. But during that time, I took a lot of self pleasure to learn the game, learn what was going on, learn trading, learn the space that we are in today. And, while working the 9 to 5, I come home from work, eat dinner, and just study the exchanges, study charts, and just study the game. Sleep, go back and just do it all over again. 2021, pretty much made my money in crypto through Shiba Inu. Called it from the beginning, back when nobody else was in it in August of 2020. Rode that bad boy all the way up, had life-changing gains, and, it didn't stop there. That 2018, 2019 was my last bear market. So from then, because I took the time to learn the game, learn trading, learn TA, learn when to get in, learn when to get out, learn not to be emotional, learn not to be too attached. All that stuff came into play even during this past bear market. And I could say that I haven't had a bear market since then. But that's my game. Now I'm pretty much in marketing for another year, less than a year actually. And then your boy is becoming a back scenes guy. You won't hear from me or won't see me much. But I think I've done my part as far as pumping my bags, which in turn pumps your guys' bags. And with that comes a lot of love. And with that comes a lot of hate. And it is a very, very, mixed crowd, who watches me and watches over me. But in the end, just a regular guy trying to get to the next level, which I'm already at the next level, but whatever the next level is for them. Everyone should always strive to be in the next level. Whether you only have $10,000 in your bank, whether you have $10 million in your bank, you'll be bored just by not trying to push yourself to the next level. So that's what I'm trying to do. Hell, Richard Hart's a billionaire. He's trying to get to the next level. For him, that's glory. For him, it's glory. So everyone from Elon Musk to President Trump recognizes Richard Hart. That's his level. That's his next level. For me, I'm trying to become a billionaire. So that's my next level. So everyone strive for the next level. And if you do well, if you position yourself well in crypto, you can skip levels. And that's why I love the space so much.
I agree, dude. I always call it the only cheat code out there. There's only one cheat code in life, and it's not stocks. Only if you really are insider good. Yeah, I just said to a friend today, you just onboarded into Teddy and into Richard Hart coins. Again, I'm not a maximalist. I also say buy the core coins. You never know. They might perform differently at certain stages. You can do swing trading if you want to. Can be interesting. But I also told him the same thing about stocks. If you're not a fucking researcher hardcore and you're going really deep into startups, how are you going to know in which company and to invest to out of the thousands of startups that's out there? It's like throwing darts at memes, you know, and you do absolutely no research before. One hits, 10 won't, or even way more, depending on how stupid you're throwing, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And that's something I really appreciate about you, and a lot of people don't see it. Yeah, there's sometimes a game. Again, you were in the dev board. Yeah, you might have been paid for it, but you said that honestly that you got paid for it. You always mentioned this. And if it's performing badly, it's not because you rocked the chart. And that's the whole fucking argument everybody is bringing against you. And I'm always like, all right, then tell me. He told me about Teddy when it was less than 40K market cap. What did you do? You told me about Pulse when it was 2 times higher than it's now. Wow, I'm impressed by your TA. You know, like, what's the discussion here? Bring some blockchain discussion. Don't bring it into morals and into like this fake, or like, oh, you're funneling out money. You're a bad person. You're a funneler. And you're like, yeah, dude, it's called market flow.
The crazy thing is about what you just said is, especially in the marketing business with crypto, 99%, 99.9% of influencers will not tell you whether they got paid or not. Obviously, they get some crap. They do get a lot of crap also. But I do everything according to the law. I literally tell everybody what I'm doing. I tell you if it gets paid. Literally on my page, it says marketing and advertisement. Every tweet is paid for. You are responsible for your own buys and sells. So what does that do? When you come in, you are already assuming that it's being paid for. So your mindset should be suspicious right from the get-go. But that creates a mindset versus, oh, he told me this, he told me that. So when you do that thing, when you do things like that, when the price goes up, they feel a power of, man, I was wrong because blah, 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 blah. This is what I assume. I get a lot of assumption, sorry messages in my inbox. It's overflooded. I also get the, oh, he's just a pump and over because crypto does go down and drop 95%, like Teddy Bear did. And then Teddy Bear dropped 95%. Everybody assumed BRoots was selling. This was a pump and dump. It was dead. The typical ha 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 ha. And with the Teddy Bear and Pete Eye and Atropa all do. Whoop, when it has a product fit and it is a good coin, it will make its way back up. And that's exactly what it did. And not everyone gets to do that. And that's crypto for you. Hex is down, what, 99%? Yeah. So anyone that was shilling Hex is blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? So, you know, it becomes to a point where in crypto, we have to realize that it is a market. There are people that have to win. There are people going to lose. There are people going to be in the middle. The name of the game is if you can manage it and last long enough to be able to throw those darts at the right projects, sooner or later, I do believe they will hit. And I think that's the reason why people follow me, because I have a track record of hitting. I'm not 100%. I'm not 90%. I'm not 80%. I'm not 70%. I probably say realistically, I'm anywhere from 40 to 60%. And that is a hell of a percentage to say, hey, this coin will, any coin that I'm in will probably do anywhere from a 2 to 3x minimum. So I'm gonna get my money back. So I'm not gonna lose because I learned the game. So that's what I'm doing now. I try to teach people the game and try to get people on the right track, because there is enough money for everybody to win. It's just that we have to be in the mindset. If you're in the mindset of winning, you will win. You have to tell yourself every day, I'm going to win. I'm going to become a millionaire. This bull market, I'm going to hit. And that keeps your mindset positive, not negative. and therefore you have more chances of actually winning.
Agreed, brother. I feel like if you're confident in projects you invested in, and I know that you do research, some people are like, oh, he just apes into any randoms. There's like how many millions of meme coins out there? How are you going to ape in everything? It's not even logical. You have to do research, or you get it obviously shilled by somebody, but you still would look into it, and you would not shill something without looking into it first. It's not a complete rock or it's a scam.
And well, I have.
No?
Even like my subscribers, I have before. When the last time I've gotten into a coin, it's probably been a week, 5-6 days. It's probably been a week. So I don't get as many coins as everyone thinks. I'm not the guy sitting in front of the computer just DJing constantly. I gave my subscribers a play on Saturday, I believe. I got a text message. I gave it to my subscribers, but I told them I didn't do any research. I just got intel that this is a coin. You might want to look into it. And, I just gave it to them. If you 100x it, congratulations. Like I had no way to get into my laptop. I only do crypto on my laptop. I do not do it on my phone. So I was away and I just gave that information to my subscribers. But when I do my plays that I actually give to my subscribers, $9.99 a month, $120 a year. Let me put that in there, fam. But when I do that, I give them a full, probably 2 or 3 paragraph on why I like the coin. Why I think it has a better chance than all the other ones, what makes it great, what are the tokenomics, why this can pump, how many X's I think I have into it, the DEX tools, the token sniffer. I give them all that, and all you gotta do is just boom, 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 and you have the information to do your own research. And I do very well. So when you start copying what I do and I leave, you can do just as good as I do. Like, will you hit that big 10,000, 50,000 X? It's not guaranteed. But I mean, Teddy Bear did 1,000 X. P-Dye 5,000 X. Like it's there. It's there. So you just gotta find the right ones. And even within Pulse Chain, yes, the volume's down, the price is down, but there is money to be made. And there are some coins that we'll even talk about today that are just sitting there and chilling. Yeah, you probably didn't get the hype phase, but I truly believe there's plenty of gains left. And even when that happens, there's more coins that could be made. So that's the type of industry we're in, man.
Yeah, agreed. I said yesterday to the Telegram group, it's more like it's so difficult right now what to buy with these prices, Like there's so many interesting opportunities right now to DCA into just knowing like which potential they could have. Before we go to coins and tokens, I'm going to give you guys a quick update, obviously, about what we guys are doing the next couple of weeks. First of all, like everybody hopefully heard until right now, there's going to be a huge conference in Amsterdam. Maria, his real name is James, is going to be speaking the first time in public in a presentation. There's going to be Q&A afterwards. Don't miss out, guys. This is, for me, the biggest thing happening in ages right now. Like, this is not just a guy that randomly is going to talk, but that's something exciting to come. Obviously, there's other talkers too, other presenters. There's Hexy Bastard, Money Gang, Crypto, and a couple of other really interesting folks out there coming, plus a lot of the real deal researchers going to be there. So I just imagine it's going to be a really good moment to network, get alpha fresh, straight from the person who's probably the most knowledgeable about it, which is the dev. We're just speculating. We're all speculating. Some people with more evidence, some with none. But reality is, he's the guy to tell us his plans, and we shall see how they work out. So that's an exciting thing that's coming up. It's on the 15th of June. There's still tickets available. KSB.tv. Check it out, guys. Don't miss out on it. Flights to Amsterdam are not expensive. It's a beautiful city. Safe and chill if you haven't been there. A little cold. It's not like Venice. Has some canals in it. But yeah, it's normally not as warm. It's more gray. But it's a beautiful city. Check it out. And well, that's already Amsterdam. Afterwards, we got Berlin on the 22nd of June. Again, we're going to have several guest speakers. City Pop's going to be there. There's going to be several German guest speakers. If there's anybody who's really interesting, we still have a couple of spaces open for people that might want to present something in English, because we decided we all speak English as Germans, with our accent, obviously, but we speak it. We understand it. So why the fuck would we exclude English speakers? The idea is to include again, to be inclusive, not be like, we're the Germans, you're the Americans, you're the English. Doesn't make sense. So that's happening. Afterwards, we got the cruise coming from Venice to the Greek islands. If you've ever seen these pictures of the Greek islands, where it is going to, very picturesque stuff. It's going to be fun. There's going to be a couple of very interesting people coming. Access Alive is going to be there, for example. Over RG3, several OGs that you can talk to in person. And it's not a meetup with a presentation, but it's very personal. So everybody who's down for that, book your ticket. Afterwards, we got, obviously, Lisbon, which is an RG3 event that we obviously support. It's like a meetup in a restaurant, very personal too, very interesting for people who try to be in a closer space in a conference. And then in the end, we got Munich on the 13th, which is, Lisbon is on the 10th. Munich is on the 13th of July, which is going to be very similar to the Berlin event, but we're going to have different guest speakers again. And then in the end, you're going to have the London event, which is obviously completely in English. And that's also with RG3 and some other people, imagine English presenters, like, for example, Hexicans and so on. They're going to be there. So much to it, not try to catch you too much of your time. But yeah, support the effort, guys, because what we're building here is something very real. It's producing content that's really necessary for other investors from other places to see this as a functioning community that has nice conferences, that is not going at each other throat only and crypto Twitter, but it's also actually networking, building connections, building tech. And that's what we need. We need speculation. I'm not against meme coins. I'm into several meme coins because I see the potential. And let's all fucking grow together. This is the idea. Doesn't mean I have to love your project, but I respect it. And that's all of my point of view. You know, like, I don't need to buy it, but I also need to fund it. If it's a scam, I will fund it. But if not, wish you all good, brothers. That goes to everybody on this chain. So yeah, that's enough, I feel like, from the KSB event shills. And now let's go into the topic we both share passion for. I feel it.
P-Dye to $1 in Q3. Absolutely. I still believe it.
You're not the only one.
I'm sure everybody has heard this story that I put on my channel about P-Dye and the random call from an Australian that I got. I believe in every last little bit of P-Dye getting there this year. It's not far. What is the price right now? I haven't even looked since yesterday. So
you're under the 4 again.
Yeah, I mean, that's still what, 500x, 200x?
No, let me think. If it's a 4, it would be 5. No, am I wrong? No, it's not 250x.
250, yeah. So 250x. That's nothing in crypto. So a lot of people think, hey, well, let's go back to the beginning, because in the beginning, it was just full speculative, pure scam. You guys are just, the problem was the community for the longest time, 2 years, well, probably a year and a half, 2 years, was telling everybody that stable coins on Pulse Chain was the worst thing to get into. So
because it wouldn't grow, no?
No, well, not even that. It could be turned off. There could be printing being done. Everyone got too technical. And that's, me. I understand. I can understand blockchain. I can get the gist of it. But in reality, what makes price pump is speculation and what it can be and what it can come to. From day one, I was buying P-Dye. Everybody else was going away from, P-Dye and stablecoins. So that was the mindset in the beginning, as no, don't do it. They're scamming you. This is not possible.
The worthless sport copy.
Yeah, where like you name it, all the stuff got thrown at me and thrown at the people shilling PDI. But you know, as speculation got bigger and bigger and bigger, and a group of people did their research and was able to see that, hey, there's something going on here. Speculation to get the PDI to $1 became real. It became an actual thing. We almost hit a penny last month. Almost close. Matter of fact, if you guys don't know about the giveaway that I'm giving, 100 million PLS when PDI hits a penny. It's that simple. You can take that 100 million PLS and put it into PDI and gain millions, because you're going to get millions of PDI if you want to do that way. But I think that's well deserving, and I will not sell my PDI to get that 100 million PLS. So just in case anyone's going to try to fund that's going to be a thing. I will not sell my PDI to get that 100 million PLS. I don't need that. But I think that is a very well, and I want to find a way to give it away to somebody that's been in for that long. Because the amount of FUD, the amount of crap, the amount of intertwining information that people have seen and heard since that you know, that big speculation spike is huge. And I know some of the top people in Pulse Chain that funded it. And here we are today, like 250x away from $1. That's amazing. And whoever thought, like, just a small little community could just bring more people in to have fun with this speculation. And I do feel that, yes, PDI will hit $1. I would say by the end of the year, but by the end of Q3 was what I originally said. And I think it's going to happen. I think when you get to hear 414 James speak in the Amsterdam, I think that's when it begins. Because I have a feeling he's probably going to come with some information that no one's heard yet, or someone's going to ask a question about what I said about PDI getting to $1 by Q3. I'm sure that's going to come up to him. And I think he has a plan. So I believe in it. I'm still speculating. I haven't touched my PDI in God knows how long, just like I haven't touched my teddy bear in God knows how long. And all that stuff I think it's going to do very well. PDI to $1. It's just not if. It's, in my opinion, it's just a matter of when it's going to happen. And I think that win is going to be for Q3.
Look, like if I take like the average of all the forecasts that I know from 99 Capital, from Zach, from all these people, and combine it with our own thoughts, props to Mars, to all the other Koa, Majo, Second Guy, all the guys involved in our team, we're pretty much agreeing to it. Everybody thinks it's going to be between October and December, kind of like when exactly is pretty tough to tell, and some stuff just has to come into place in the right moment, I feel. But I also like just understanding what Atropa is and the collateralization and the layers it builds so it can stabilize actually at $1 is most people understand. And you don't even have to understand because you have to be kind of a dev to really understand it, like to go into depth. The important thing is there is more than just a couple of little evidences out there that show you that MakerDAO is working indirectly or directly with Maria, with James, and that should get you fucking bullish because we're talking about the only one decentralized stablecoin, and look at the volume it has been doing the last months, and you realize something's going on, and it's good to be on board before it explodes. And I'm not a shiller. I'm not shilling normally any coins to people, but if somebody asked me right now, I always, one of the first things I will be is like, in my opinion, the Atropa system is going to outperform Pulse. I can't say it won't. And if I would have to choose, I'd rather go in coins with that market cap instead of buying somebody's big bag that they have from a sacrifice, that they have from their HEX Stakes, that has inflation because it's validation and there's HEX interest on it and it's just getting more and more, you know, or have a protocol that's getting burned, guys. And that's as much as you have to understand as too, is Atropa is a machine that fucking burns consistently with bots the supply. So it's going to get less and less and not more and more. And we're just in the beginning. So you're a fortunate person if you're watching this and you're like, have not heard about it. And you're like, oh, that's all bullshit, Peter. How can this peg? I assure you, people that are way more intelligent than me would be like, I did the math, I did all the equation, and it's a clear yes. So all to the haters again, come up and give me your equations to deny it that are really profound, and we can have a talk about it because I'm an open-minded person. But as far as I know, and all of our team believes in this now, it's been a process. We had our own infights between people who are more maxis than I am. I'm more on the degen side. I'm on your team, you know? But also there was quite some work to get together and be like, there is no contra evidence. And nobody of our people that are more maxis could bring up any real evidence against it. Nope. And it's half a year now that this all has been presented. Nobody came up with any serious argument. So if you're not an idiot, you by now should realize this is not a scam. This is here to stay, and let's fucking make this grow. It's going to bring adoption to the chain like nothing else. If we have billions of stable coins and liquidity, burn liquidity, you know how bullish this is, guys? People just come in and out however they want. They don't even dump the price, you know?
It's going to be so thick. That liquidity is going to be so thick. It's not even going to be funny. It's going to be unheard of. And that's the stuff that Richard Hart has. We don't have much when it comes to Richard Hart and speaking about Pete I and Atropa and Teddy Bear post sacrifice.
Here we go.
We have a lot pre-sacrifice, but everybody wants to forget about all that stuff as if it has never happened. There's plenty of evidence pre-sacrifice. There's plenty of evidence on the blockchain. There's plenty of evidence with MakerDAO themselves. Like, you cannot do away with that evidence. That is enough evidence for anybody in crypto to speculate. I'm sorry. If you speculate that Hex with 10,000x from the bottom in 2.5 years,
I'm just talking.
You should be able to speculate that freaking MakerDAO is working in the damn ecosystem, because you had blockchain evidence, and then you had just some man who sat at a desk with candles behind him saying that's going 10,000x, but you sure did speculate that. You know what I mean? So like, let's be for real. Let's call it what it is. Most likely you don't have the bag. You didn't get the bag in the beginning, and you're pissed off that you don't have that. But you still away, you know, if you're down on let's say you're down on your sacrifice. Let's just say you're down on the sacrifice. What's the best way to get that money back? One of two ways. Number one, you DCA down. So your DCA cost goes lower and lower and lower. Maybe I got in at 3 zeros and a 1. As soon as I see that bad boy say 3 zeros and a 5, if I put $1,000 in, I'm putting 500 in. That's just what I do. Why? All right, well, now I have double the coins for half the price. Duh, like, why wouldn't you? If I see that cut in half again, well, guess what? 250 will give me the same amount of coins at the $500. And if I really want to be bold, I'll just put 1,000. I double those coins that I have. So I have more.
Get away with it.
Or you can welcome to the degen space, where we do lots of 1,000x's and 250x's and 500x's, and the price versus pulse chain is going up and up and up and up, and I have ways to double, triple, quadruple my sacrifice bag with that spending very little money, and I'm sitting back still in profit, even though we're sitting here at 4 zeros and a 4, and there's people dumping the price because they don't like to speculate. Well, that's on you. Richard Hart created Pulse Chain. Pulse Chain is just not this layer one that's not going to have anything on it. I'm sorry, there's going to be coins be on it. There's a way to make more Pulse Chain. Just like when Ethereum launched, there was ways to make more Ethereum. And then there's ways to make more Bitcoin. There's ways to make more Hex. There's ways to make any coin that you want in crypto, whether it's crap Lana or freaking BNB. If for whatever reason you're still a bull on XRP and you want more XRP, congratulations. Teddy Bear's gonna get you some more XRP if that's what you want. I don't know why you want it, but you can get it here on Pulse Chain. Do you want more Bitcoin Cash? Why are you still rocking with Roger Ver after this man is probably going to go in prison for the rest of his life? But you can get yourself more Bitcoin Cash. The thing is, meme coins. I've been saying it since 2000 and I would say 20. Meme coins is the best way to make money. And you take that money and buy whatever you want. Now you can bridge that money and buy yourself a private jet if you want to do that, if you make enough. You can take that money and buy whatever you want. You have the freedom to do what you want. So if you have that mindset, there's plenty. We talk about Teddy Bear. We talk about PDI, PTGC, UFO, Atropa. There are different ways to make more of what you want. However, you got to realize that there are way more coins in the Atropa ecosystem.
Here we go.
Like, create a dex. That's how we did it with Teddy Bear. We created a community. I truly believe it could have been any coin. But the community attached to Teddy Bear. And because the community attached to Teddy Bear is going to be something massive in that ecosystem. I truly believe it. Why I attached it at a 40,000 market cap, I'll be honest with you. Same supply of shit. I love zeros. It was the teddy bear, the little teddy bear in back of Richard Hart while he's speaking, the Louis Vuitton teddy bear. That's kind of what it started as. Now, the branding's not the same. It kind of took its world of its own. It's not really the Louis Vuitton teddy bear, but that's where it started from. And it was just, hey, let's pick this one. This one's cool. And let's see if we can get this one going. And what do you know? Teddy Bear is a brand that every single person in crypto, if not every, I would say at least 50% of the crypto community. No, I would say 75% of the crypto community that deals with meme coins knows Teddy Bear.
Yeah, I'm agreeing. I saw a couple of other people shilling it. Not small guys, but I don't remember the name of the guy, but he often does the best 10 meme coins. And
you're talking about Joe Paris.
Here we go. He shilled it really. He did the same scenario that I came up with. Richard streams again, has the teddy bear in his back, and you will see in a day an exponential pump that you can fucking imagine. If it already is pumping and this is happening, it's just going to pump out of its mind. It's going to be insane. And I was like, I'm happy that other people understand what's in the scenario here. I'm not saying this is 100% going to happening, but to see that other people are in the space and doing research, are having visions in this, are coming up with the same idea, means there's a higher probability that it's really going to happen. And I'm bullish because I'm saying Teddy Bear is like a meme coin on crack. It's not just a regular meme coin. It's built into the best cryptographic system out there. Built by a guy who worked for NASA, worked for Microsoft, fucking secured. Here we go, representing NASA, baby. And who was talking about a friend that works in NASA and is building a P-Maker copy? Richard Hart, guys. So if you're RH backseat, learn your shit, because it's your idol, your guy who talked about this. We didn't invent this or something. We just connected evidence. So again, I'm saying Maria on his own with no connection to Richard, not necessary, is a fucking genius, is a guy who built the code to secure nuclear power plants for Bill Gates. I mean, how many devs do we have in crypto on that level, And that's something that really makes me happy and secure. It's not like that I believe he's God now and I replace Richard Hart with James and James is the new cult leader. No, I'm just saying this is really good tech, and it has a meme coin that has potential of great adoption because it's so memeable. Who doesn't know a teddy bear? In any culture that I know, and I've been around the world, brother, there's teddy bears. There's people that have a teddy bear. My stepdaughter has a huge teddy bear sitting in the living room, and I'm just like, the universe is trying to tell me something, baby. It's teddy bear. So I'm a strong believer. Plus, I switched in the bottom teddy bear and tripled my back, complete back through teddy bear. So I'm also like, I myself had success with it. I'm not saying buy it at any time. Make your magnets, like you call them. I like the word magnets. In your TA, do your own TA. Don't believe in everything somebody says. Learn your TA, and don't be dependent on anybody. Not me, not Mr. BRoots, nobody. That's the test. That's what BRoots try to get you to in a year. That you have your own mindset. Not that you're just going to be a blind sheep following. Like, oh yeah, there's the line. I don't understand why he's drawing it, but let's go.
Let's go.
You know, that's not the idea, dude.
Yeah, man. I think Teddy Bear brings meme coins bring communities. It's that simple. There's been so many studies that meme coins bring people to your chain. If you have the meme coin, it's going to bring people to the chain. Teddy Bear brings people to the ecosystem of PDI and Atropa. That helps it gets to $1. In my opinion, when that gets to $1, Pulse Chain, bye-bye to these levels. Bye-bye. When Atropa is doing its thing, the question then becomes, what's next? Because when PDI gets to $1, does it send Teddy Bear to voila? So majority of community in crypto starts coming over because they see this Teddy Bear meme coin just freaking mooning. Is that what happens? Does that get more people in the ecosystem that therefore chase them? What's next? Does it go from Atropa to PDI to $1? Like, what's next? Maybe it works on Teddy Bear to a certain price. Maybe it works on Hex to a certain price. Maybe it works to Pulse Chain to a certain price. There's so much speculation. Number one is PDI, in my opinion. It's not Teddy Bear. It is PDI. PDI gets to $1. My speculation, when PDI gets to $1, I would say Teddy Bear sends to some crazy number. When Teddy Bear gets to some crazy number, people are now bridging into Pulse Chain, and you're noticing Pulse Chain getting these crazy pumps and these crazy burns. PulseX getting these crazy pumps, these crazy burns. And then all of a sudden, boom, Teddy Bear hits its number, whatever that ends up being. What's next? Pulse Chain.
It's going to be exciting. There's a lot of games that people don't know about. I'm not trying to bore you with tech, but there's layers to this whole game. There's going to be a game built. It's a decentralized bank that Maria James is building too with real world assets. It's going to be something way bigger than just a regular packing of some algorithmic crypto-backed stablecoin. This is just the beginning.
Yep.
We don't know every step. He's very cryptic about it too. Even if you're a deaf and you're reading this chat, you're like, oh my God, what's this? Like he's trying to talk like a poet from like 2,000 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But in crypto language. And if you're not a mastermind, you won't get everything. But there's a couple of things that he's saying that get me super bullish, because I understand this is just a milestone in a game plan, or the code is pretty much already existing or gets changed due to the experiments he commits with the market.
Yeah.
So guys, like, again, I'm not about to be like the shiller and be like, hey, I promise you make 1,000x tomorrow on Teddy Bear. But if I would have to put my money on a meme coin in the space, yeah, I would choose Teddy Bear. There's no questions asked for me. There's not even something that's slightly similar. Nothing against Alien with PTGC, not putting that, but just from the adoption that we can get and how famous it already is, I'm agreeing on Teddy Bear as the #1 meme coin of the space. And I'm really excited. Here we go, tier Teddy Bear to 3 zeros. Yes, that would work out with the prediction from Mr. BRoots. The big question is, when are we going to pass ship and if? But if we do, guys, everybody who has been a believer in the space is going to be fucking well off. We hope you understand that one. And even if there's just half the number, I don't have to work ever again. You know, like realistically, just make then your passive income. Because that's a strategy we like, for example, is like, all right, you don't probably have to learn liquidity providing right now. But if you made your money, if you have your millions and you have stable coins, you might as well make some money on that and get some passive income with literally no risk, because you're just offering stable coins. You're not offering volatile assets. And that's something I see as a pretty good play, is like, first make your money with fucking volatile assets, to then go into place and just create me passive income streams I can live for the rest of my life. And obviously probably not going to stop investing into crypto because it's too much fun. That's the reality, you know.
I can tell you one thing. I'm adding up right now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. So it takes, and this is just a little fun. I like to do this in the what ifs, and I do this a lot, with my coins because it allows me to hold moon bags. And Teddy Bear has the same supply as Shib. Obviously, Teddy Bear, not Teddy Bear, but Shib has some burning with theirs. But am I still on here? You guys still got me?
Yeah, we got you here.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so it takes 5,800,000 million billion SHIB at the price right now to hold $1.5 million of SHIB. 58 billion. What I like to do is say, okay, now I know we have a number, we have a baseline, and that wallet number for Shiba Inu is 1,000. The 1,000th wallet holder of Shiba Inu holds $1.5 million of SHIB, and it's 58 billion. You multiply that by Teddy Bear, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6, 4. That is $1,000 today in Teddy Bear to become 58 billion. Now, I'm not saying, well, I have said, but just in this sentence right here, I'm not saying that Shiba Inu will flip or Teddy Bear will flip Shiba Inu. I personally think Teddy Bear flips Dogecoin. I think it becomes the number one meme coin in all this space, mainly because I think that Pulse Chain is going to flip Solana. So when that happens, I think Teddy Bear will heavily benefit from that. And with Dogecoin sitting at 11 or 10, if Teddy Bear, if Solana gets flipped, I think Dogecoin is getting flipped. But just in that, I like to always say, what if? And I think that is the issue that a lot of not just maxis, but more conservative people don't like to do. And I think that is the worst thing you can have in crypto, because crypto is the number one appreciating asset. The ability to come from nothing to multi-millionaire, 100 millionaire in literally 6 months. Just like that, lives can change. And it's not a lot of people. There's not a lot of people in Pulse Chain. It's just not. So when you look at the whole world spectrum, you are lucky. I am lucky. Yes, I am lucky. I was able to get in the SHIB. There was some skill involved, but there's also some luck involved. I'm not going to be stupid to not say, hey, there was no luck involved. There was skill involved for me to be able to hold my bag and realize technicals for me to keep and not selling my bag. There was a point when I sold, the technicals were saying, okay, Beavers, it's time to sell. It's time to sell. And I sold, and I changed my life forever. But if you don't have that speculative number, that what if, that's when you lose. So my recommendation, even with PDI, what if it does hit $1? What does that do for your portfolio? Are you going to be in Cope City if PDI hits $1? If Teddy Bear flips Dogecoin, will you be in Cope City that you had an opportunity to buy it for $1,000 right today, and it flips Shiba Inu, and that could have been $1.5 million? What if PTGC capitalizes off the whole ecosystem with their tax system and gives you another coin called UFO that allows you to just make forever profits, forever yield on your Hex Pulse Chain Inc., whatever you want, whatever you want. What if it does? If you were able to say, what if Pulse Chain does a 10,000x, I'm going to sacrifice that money, there is zero reason on a what if PDI? What if Atropa? What if Teddy Bear? What if PTGC? There's very little what ifs in Pulse Chain. I'm just going to be honest and say it straight up. Say it. There's a lot of crap on Pulse Chain.
Mm-hmm.
So there's been I'm not going to mention names, so don't go there. But there's been hundreds of millions of dollars sacrificed, and these coins have higher market caps, and then some. So I just want to say, open up your mind, let the man speak. If I were to walk away today and go, BRoots is not here, no longer BRoots is here, and I were to say, there's some random guy telling you this, would you buy?
With no face on it.
No face. Do you not buy because you see this face? Would you buy if you saw this face? That is the question. Because I know a lot of people says, because BRoots is in it, I'm not buying. Man.
Yeah, I heard that once read on that pretty hard because they think like they've never bought somebody's back. You're always buying somebody who bought before you. Like, what's your whole idea about this? Like, it's just envy. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Again, I'm not saying the two names. I've said them already, so who cares? Somi and Crypto Coffee are persons that I personally like. I like them generally. I think they're creating content for the space. They're getting adoption going. Crypto Coffee with the foundation is doing a lot behind the scenes. I'm not trying to fight these guys, but I also like if you spotted a project without doing the research and you afterwards shill it, sometimes it's good just to admit that you were wrong, that you fucked up, that you plotted out people that could have 10x more, 20 more, the whole bag, because you did not do the research, and please don't do it again. I'm not like, oh God, they did this, now they're bad people because they plotted somebody out. Yeah, it can happen to anybody. I know they had good intentions. Their intentions were good, but let's say the research was not there. So I'm not criticizing them as people or their value to the community. I think they're both very important for the community, actually. But please, guys, do your research before you judge something and you spot out people that could have now bought way more hex, way more pulse, and actually pump the price of the Richard Hart coins. If nobody comes in with more money, how it's going to pump? So if nobody makes X's that they want to funnel back to their core coins, how it's going to pump? Like this argument with funneling in, funneling out, yeah, I understand it. But if you're funneling in again, you're just creating more value. So what is the criticism here? Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like,
I think what it is Richard Hart's not giving the answers. Mm-hmm. That is the true answer. Let's cut to the chase. Let's just cut right to the thing. Why is it? It's because you're not getting it from the man that they respect the most. Because you're not getting those answers of the yes and no, that is the reason why PDI isn't at $1. I guarantee you, if Richard Hart says, yes, I know James, great guy, he's been working on this from the beginning, I knew PDI go right to $1 right now.
Yeah, in 2 days.
100%. It would be to $1 right now. But because you don't have the answers, and that's what makes it perfect. That's what makes it a perfect market. Because markets, you don't have all the answers. Never. We don't know where Bitcoin's going. Where will it top out? Richard Hart says 255. I think 150 to 170.
I think you're also more than correct. I think 240 to 50 is super bullish. I don't get it. I mean, if BlackRock just wants to hand other people money, I agree on that, but I don't believe that one. I mean, the big ones come in because they want to extract value, not give you money. You know, guys? Like, just be realistic about this. They're not coming in to just pump the market, and we're all going to be rich together. And BlackRock and me, best friends now. You know,
they're going to get those coins out of the whale's hands. They will pump it high enough for them to want to get those empty wallets that haven't been doing anything, or those wallets that haven't been doing anything for 10 years, to transfer them over to the exchanges. And then all you're going to hear is a phone call, and then they call it BlackRock, and boom, it makes that OTC just like that. That's what's going to happen. So the fact that you don't know what price that's going to happen at, because those wallets, in order for BlackRock to get those those Bitcoins, it has to put the price higher up enough. I'm sorry to break it to you. Everybody has a price. I have a price where I'm willing to sell my teddy bear. I have a price where I'm willing to sell my house. If you come up to my house and say, BRoots, I'll offer you $20 million for a house, I'll say so. You know what I mean? So like, get on out the house, kids. Let's go. Time to get out. Like everybody has a price. So
you should.
Yes,
You
absolutely.
If you don't, you don't know what you're doing. Like
Yep.
you have to have limits. Like if you say, like for example, I agree, teddy bear billion market cap, you might think about. I'm not saying sell, but I'm just saying like that's a pretty magical number right there, the billion. Be psychological intelligent.
And you
Like
ready for
think
this?
about what other people would think and what they project on it, because you don't want to be the exit liquidity as much as it sounds like the typical one. I don't want to be the exit liquidity. No, you don't. I don't want to be the guy who's selling after the top's gone and then like, oh damn it wasn't a retrace. That's the bear market dip. You know?
You ready for this? Yeah, you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
That price is usually not enough. For whatever reason, I always say have a price where you're just like, there is no way it's going to that. Because in crypto, it does. Like, never in my dreams did I think Shiba Inu would go to a $45 billion market cap. My price was lower than that. It wasn't the exact top. I didn't pick off the exact top. My price where I was like, nah, it ain't going to that number, but I'll save some for that number. And guess what? That thing weighed there and then went even higher. And I was just like, what? So my lesson to you guys is have a number. The best thing about PDI is like everyone just has a goal of $1. Like that's just the number.
Pretty easy number.
Yeah. It's just like that. That's a limit. It could go higher, but like
that's not 100% true. There is something I should drop in this right now from what MicroDAO released these days. There is a thing called Pure DAI, and it's a stable coin that's fluctuating between 75 cents and 125. Just to drop this into there, it might be something like this too. We don't know 100%. It might get to $1 and then just fluctuate, which makes it super interesting because there's nothing out there like this.
Yeah.
Like again, to make gains on a stable coin that's not 100% stable, but you got the range, you know, like
25% is a lot. 25% is a lot when you're talking millions, by the way, Pete. So just think about it. You know, you're sitting on 10 mil, and then all of a sudden, you know, another 2.5 in your bank account, just like that. Like, so just realize when you said $1.25, and all of a sudden I perked up because I'm like, that extra 25% isn't in my plan, but I can make it part of my plan. Now I think about it, I can do some research.
At least have the option in your mind, brother. Have it in your mind, because I feel like we don't know 100% how it's going to play out. It's good to always be prepped for different scenarios. And again, most people have not seen this video, the last video of you that's a while ago. You gave an interview with Kalen. Props to Black Hexicans out here. Kalen, thanks for organizing this. And you talked about the laws of meme coin. And I feel like something that's so important. And what you have been doing is telling people how to take profits and what stages, how much you should take to still don't cut yourself out. But in case it goes down, you're not wrecked.
Yep.
And I feel like we have to be way more honest about how to get out to, because everybody's like, I'm never gonna sell. I'm in here for the long term. And let's be honest, exactly that. People are gonna sell onto you in your face in the top, and they in the same time be like, I wouldn't sell it. And why? Because they're obviously not gonna tell you before they sell that they're selling. I mean, they don't want to lose their price performance. So like, again, guys, it's so important that you get emancipated in the space. I feel like we are on the same page with BRoots here. Get your TA going, get your research going, and listen to the right people. There's a couple of people out there we should mention that have done a lot of stuff for this, you know, like Steady Pub, like Vets in Crypto, Ben Podwin, Nine Iron Capital, Hodlnomics, and so on, that have been really putting in hours and hours of their life to give us the info we now have. and that we could verify. And if you guys really want to get deep into these spaces, so to say, you want to get deep into how liquidity works in Atropa, how many tokens out there? There's hundreds, just to let you know, in like 20 languages or more. So yeah, if you want to get deep into that, guys,
you can go deep.
you can go deep, but follow these guys, yeah, because they're worth it. And I'm not shilling normally other people here where I'm not like, these guys are on fucking point. The verse too, shout out to the verse here. Another degen in our space, you know, I appreciate him. I appreciate your brother. And that's what we need. We need people who are actually doing something positive and not just talking shit. And I feel like it's just in the bottom. Everybody's crying like a little girl who's like, "Oh my god, my money, it's gone, it's gone." It's normal. I don't judge you for it. I'll be honest. I don't have any staked HEX, so I'm not on the same team there. I'm just on the team degen and pulse chain, not on the team too much long term in 20 years thing. But at the same time, I appreciate it that it exists. I feel it's a good investment for people that don't want to spend too much time in crypto. Just buy it and forget it and take your stake out when you have it. It's just about your mindset. And it's not about the one perfect one, but how is your financial situation? What's your time spent? How long do you want to be in the space? What's your target? And then let's make a plan. And that's how this should work. Don't be just like, oh yeah, I want to be rich next week. Everybody wants to, you know, but don't be too greedy. Like, that's a problem too. Like, people ape in any shit coin without even looking at the holder structure. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
sometimes it plays out for people, but most times you're gonna get red.
I agree. So yeah, I mean, I know you're not getting 100% of your tokens and coins right. I know that, but I have to be honest. Like, I've been following you for quite a while now, and you've been calling good things at a really good market cap. Again, PTGC, another one. You know, let's do it like DJ Khaled. Another one. That's another one, baby, right there.
PTGC is a sleeper. Everyone's sleeping on PTGC. I'm telling you, if PTGC is going to help the Atropa ecosystem. There's very few that I would say like outsiders that is actually helping it because of the amount of liquidity that's in that with PTGC and everything that they're doing. In the end, it's gonna like they're gonna rise up together, and I think that I like to call it the Degen 5. I'm gonna call it the Degen 5. Everyone goes to call it the core, the orange core. Call it the Degen 5. Atropa, P-Dye, Teddy Bear, PTGC, UFO. The Degen 5. I think those assets just alone will do very, 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 very well. Now, they're all kind of intertwining with each other. You know, PTGC does go the more DeFi route, especially with UFO. So if you are in that yield-bearing, like, type person, it's for you. There you go, UFO. You're in the ecosystem doing what you love to do. If you're more on the degen stake, don't want to do the liquidity providing thing, PTGC. If you're more into like the stable coin, and I do believe there's going to be something with the stable coin as far as yield, I do feel that. You know, when you're talking about a decentralized bank, there's nothing more than yield on a stable coin because that's what banks do. So that's your P-Dye. If you want your straight up degen flip Doge because all the money's coming to Teddy Bear, you've got your meme coin for that. And Atropa is the backbone of the whole ecosystem.
The tech behind it.
That's simple. That is your Degen 5. And it's not even all that degen, by the way. But it isn't even really all that degen. But if you want to get away from the core stuff and just the only this and that, you can start off with that 5 and then brass onto there because you got stuff on you know, you got Hexy Bastard doing stuff. You want to go over that route and just go on just meme coins only and go over there. You can do that if you choose one. I don't even like talking about this group, but even if you want to go on like the Orange Crew,
Yeah, I feel you. I know you didn't want to say
It takes a special individual, but you can go over there if you choose that. The point is, we have created an ecosystem, a world, different personalities, different mentalities. But just know, in my opinion, Atropa, P.I, Teddy Bear, PGC, and UFO, in my opinion, is the biggest bangers on the chain.
I'm going to add on to that. I'm going to be PUSDC, PUSDT, undervalue. I'm going to peg 2. So that's some big opportunities right there. Don't forget about that one. TSFI, because Maria, James going to talk about it in Amsterdam. So don't buy the news, buy them before. Just to tell you, I'm not saying buy them. I'm not a financial advisor. But if you're interested in that stuff, you might want to think about purchasing it. And down and legal, because both of them are supposedly, through Maria's predictions, Mr. James has some price predictions. We don't know if they're true, but we like to believe they're true. We like speculations here, and TSFI and down and legal going to outperform Atropa, the leverage on top of leverage, multipliers. So look into it, guys. Again, we can't cover, like, today all the technical about Atropa, and I feel like, again, there's so many videos. If you want to check them out, I give a shout out to Coexistence Steven too. A shout out to the Verse, his older PDI videos and so on. There's so much stuff you guys can watch, which gives you like a hardcore deep dive technical analysis. Listen to the Vets and Crypto Twitter space if you want to go real deep, like so deep that if you don't understand the technology, it's just going to sound like Mandarin to you. But there is the opportunity if you try to do this. But we are here right now to be like just talking basic technicals and just giving you a more like of a vision how this can grow. Because the interesting part is, all right, we got the collateralization, we got the pegging and so on, but what's coming afterwards? And that's really exciting stuff because, yeah, what BRoots saying is true. Everybody who knows about the topic is going to be like, yield on P stables, cross-chain yield. Oh, yeah, baby, that's the sweet yield, the cross-chain yield, the multi-chain yield, And that's going to be exciting. MakerDAO is building an app, a front end. So any, so to say, retard can use Maker, can create yield on Maker. Just imagine that. There's so much bullish stuff being made right now that we don't even know about. So guys, be excited, be speculating. If we would know every fact, Richard is working with James. They have been working for 5 years since the testnets. Actually, this actually happened in the testnets. There was a Atropa, but whatever. There would be no more mystery to it, and it would be at $1 or $1.25 or 75 cents.
Before you even know it. So you don't even have a chance to hit the buy button.
There has to be uncertainty. That's why I'm saying for a price to pump. If not, it's already priced in.
Yep.
So don't be like too greedy on like some, like BRoots is saying, Richard is not coming out. Neither is James coming to the conference and saying, hi guys, by the way, I worked with Richard for the last 5 years, and we also want that the SEC sues Atropa and Teddy right now because it's a great idea to be involved right now with Richard. No, it isn't. Anybody with a brain will be like, read between the lines, understand what happened, and you can make your own picture. But if you need Richard to say yes, so to invest into Atropa or Teddy Bear, don't even go for it. I don't want you there. I'm not an asshole, but this is not about Richard always. It's not the only person out there who's intelligent. Look at Vitalik. Are you really trying to tell me that Richard is, in any case, more intelligent than Vitalik? You're a maxi. You're a cult person. There's other brains out there, Like, it doesn't mean that he's not genius. It just means there's more than one genius in crypto. And be open-minded, guys. Don't be so close-minded. It's not more HEX. It's already 4 assets. And if we want a blockchain that's evolving and growing, we need movement, we need volume, we need adoption. We need several ecosystems that produce different financial products that clients want to buy for different purposes. And if they want to buy oranges, again, and they make money through it and they're happy, go for it, buddy. I don't need to do it, to make you happy. It's like somebody's gay. I'm not getting gay because he's gay. How do you give a fuck? Like, who cares? It's your thing. Like, live and be free. Like, it's not my problem, Like,
that one might get cut up.
No, I'm saying that because it means like a lot of people are so irrelevant, They're just like, oh yeah, it's different, and everything has to work like I want to, and that's what I'm trying to say. Be tolerant, people. In that, we don't have to share our political views, We don't have to share our views about genders and everything. We just have to share our view of freedom, financial freedom, guys. This is why we're here. All of us are here because of this. We're not here for the tech only. We're here to be not a slave of this system forever. And I feel like the only cheat code out there, babe, is crypto. Again, the only cheat code out there. I think like with the whole Atropa thing, please, people, again, check out the conference, make this place pumping. Like, this is going to be, not just because I'm saying it, it's going to be epic. This is going to be the thing that we're going to talk about afterwards, probably for weeks, just about what Maria said in 1 hour, you know, in the presentation, and another hour of Q&A. It's going to be mind-blowing. I'm excited.
It's going to be a hot topic. I wish I could be there. I can't make it.
We would like to have you there, brother. No questions asked. I mean, I would like to hear the laws of meme coins in Amsterdam, but I know you're busy. You also have your other stuff in life.
Yeah.
You can try to make it, you know.
March. I will be there in March. So that is one thing. I know it's like so long from now, but hey, if you're not in the area, plan for it. March. That's going to be my last presentation.
Vegas, huh?
Vegas. I'm gonna end it with Vegas. One last ride in Vegas. Like the song. But yeah, there it is. March 6th through 9th.
Thanks.
That would be my very last public appearance. Now, if I show up at a Bitcoin conference, it's going to be unexplained. You know, it's going to be one of those things. I might, not saying I'll just disappear forever, but you're not going to see me advertising. You're not going to see the who BRoots. He'll be gone. There'll be a ghost. So
and you really deserved it, and thanks for all you put into the community. I remember when you shilled on Crypto Bantha. What was it called? Just a prize exploded.
I want to let you know, man, that was very, very, I won't say risky, but you don't know how some people would take it, just because it's one of those things where like no one was talking about Pulse Chain at all. Mm-hmm. But you know what the funny thing was? Teddy Bear was at a $4 million market cap.
I remember.
And never went back.
Woo!
Never went back. So that was, you know, it was a good play, and it was a good plug for a lot of people. Sad to say, actually, no, I think Pulse Chain was right about this price, not too much farther.
No, it was very similar actually. Yeah. It was slow, and then Teddy started to pump, and you came up with the idea that
started going
market. At first, Teddy pumps, and then the core assets come afterwards, which I actually talked to other people about, and I have not found arguments against it until right now from the chart movements.
Yeah, even that, like Teddy Bear started going down first, and then kind of.
Yeah, and then after everything went down. So it's nice to see it as an indicator if you want to. Again, this is not financial advice, and we're not sure if that's always going to play out, but it seems like I know that it might be the truth. That Teddy is kind of giving us a general blockchain sentiment on Pulse Chain, and if it goes down, very likely everything's going to perform badly besides some PRC20 games right now. I don't know if you have caught up with that, but that's like some ongoing narrative right now. Is there's the P DAI, there's P stable pegging, and then there's also the crazy stuff about a lot of the PRC20 copies, for example, let's say like Lido, Aave, Maker, and so on, might peg to their price on ETH. So that has gone obviously some degen attention, because if there's nothing going in Atropa, so to say, price wise, people looking for gains. You know how it is. You know,
I've got a few.
Here we go.
It's like it's probably not going to do anything, but you never know. But there's a few out there that you know I have put out there. I try not to, because I know I could sway a market, and I know the liquidity is low. But my hint to you guys would be, look at liquidity pairs. That is the key. Go and find the top 500 coins. You ain't got nothing else to do with yourself right now. The price is low, and you're sitting there watching this show. So once this is done, subscribers, you know, you can come on. I'll do my subscribers only call after this, since they're probably listening to. But in general, and I'm sure they're going to bring this coin up, and I may or may not give it to you guys, but look for liquidity. if the liquidity is thick compared to all the other PRC20 tokens, you might have something. There are a few out there, one in particular, which I don't think it would work on Pulse Chain. But for some reason, that liquidity is nice and high compared to all the others. So I got me a bag of that, just in case. And the chart is doo-doo. But for whatever reason why that liquidity is so much higher, I got to speculate. Once again, I've got no rhyme or reason. I've got no answers. It's literally because the liquidity is thicker. And why is the liquidity thicker? That's it. That's very much speculation. That's simple.
It is important to look at that. And looking at Atropa, I give you 2 games right now for the insider heads that are interested in that. Ink and No Nukes is a pair. It connects Ink, very heavily liquidity, with the Atropa system. No Nukes, it's called. You can imagine why it's called No Nukes. So it doesn't nuke, it doesn't tank, it's trying to stabilize. And why do I like this pair? Because both of them are very highly possible to pump heavily. So it might be like something where you can make double gains. That's something interesting I feel like I recommend to quite some people. I wanted to mention it. And then also we have the LP structure that's built around Stay, another pretty unknown Atropa coin. And it creates a trampoline for independence that will likely pump this huge. So yeah, again, we're not trying to get too technical, guys, here. But if you out there trying to study this stuff, just look up the coin names, the contract addresses, and check them out. There is, to everybody who's trying to be safe, go to GitHub, look up Busy Toby. That's how you find all Atropa coins, the tokens, to not get wrecked, to not just copy them out of somewhere. You can find everything there. You can actually look, like search with a search button, like I think it's doing something. You have to look for it, and then you can see the contracts. Some of them are really weirdly named. They don't look like they actually are, but it's a way to get there. And yeah, let's just put that into give you the no nukes and put that into the chat. So you got it.
Can you bring that up on Dexels or Dex Screener? There you go. Yeah,
we got no nukes.
No nukes.
Yeah, I'm just trying to expand your minds here, because I know what you guys are talking about. I appreciate it. And I'm like, all right, if you give us good hints, we should do the same the opposite way. Share our alpha, brother, and we have some heads in our community are crazy about liquidity providing. They're building their own nets behind the scenes. Nobody knows. Not talking about anything about this. It's not ready yet, but I'm just saying, like, we have some people really understand this too. Including I'm getting more and deeper every day into this. I'm never stop learning. And I feel that's something I recommend to all you guys. Never stop learning. Like, try to get more and more deeper into this, because that's how you get the info before other people do. That's how you're going to be in a good position before other people do. Is expanding your skills. And don't forget that TA is real. Like Mr. BRoots likes to say it. You can always analyze a chart without knowing shit what's happening outside. Without knowing what's happening.
Show me the chart, I'll tell you the news. Don't even gotta know what it does. That's simple. But yeah, I like this triangle no nukes.
Kaylin, could you bring it up? Because my stream, if I do it, I have the problem with the deck screener that it's lagging so much. I don't have the best bandwidth out here in the jungle, and if you could bring it up, Kaylin, would be very nice. The Dex screen.
I actually might be able to. Yeah, here we go. I'll be able to bring it up.
Please. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just like I don't want to lag, and then you hear me like a robot.
Gotcha. Here. Bam, 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 bam. You guys see that? No. Okay.
Now we do.
There we go. Is that the right one?
Yep, the triangle. The weird-looking triangle.
Yep.
You would never find this if you would not go for Busy Toby or just get the contract from here. It's super tough to find.
Only so you can see that, like, obviously it curled its way up, took hit the magnet. The magnet was as clear on the weekly. Actually, it did not. Yeah, it came up, hit the magnet, bam, bam, twice. When I say magnet, if you guys don't know, you'll hear me talk about coins that need to retest previous resistances. When you turn something into a resistance, which this is a clear resistance because you can see it spiked up and then came right back down.
Again.
As soon as it pops over resistance, the community, the market needs to retest it. That's what I call the magnet. No matter how high you go, you can just go all the way to $10,000. That magnet will come back. So it happened to do it right away. 1, 2, went up, came back down, faked like it was going to give it 3. So as you can see, it did not hit it right away. And then it went to a new all-time high, sitting at $2,100, maybe we'll call it $2,150.
Yep.
And it came down. So then a lot of people actually ask, well, why do you have this green line? The main reason why it has a green line is I like to see magnets hit at all time frames. If you look at the 12-hour, you'll see it hit multiple times.
Yep.
Bam, 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 boom, boom, boom,
Back,
boom,
back,
boom.
back.
Magnet. Look on the daily. Boom, 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 boom. You look on the 3-day. Boom. Hits it. Boom, boom. You look on the weekly. Boom. Break out. Boom, boom. But when you look on the monthly, you're coming back down on the monthly chart. So once 245 area hits and it holds, it would have hit all magnets on all time frames from 1 minute to 1 month.
And we got a new price floor.
And there would be your floor.
Billion.
So if you're interested, get yourself some ink. Get yourself some nuke triangle. And even at the price right now, you're sitting only at an $800,000 market cap with my recommended of 10% of.
Here we go. So I'd like to show it to you. The liquidity is thick, brother. And that's just right now the case. Now imagine both pump how this is going to go off. So that's why we try to give you some alpha here too. Not just try and take some, you know.
that takes nothing. That you don't have to know about nuke. That's just straight up another coin in the ecosystem that does have thick liquidity.
Yeah, but it connects to other coins. That's like the entrance to quite another universe, to a different layer. And the same thing goes like this one goes to the 666 supply tokens that all have a 666 supply. And it's possible to be minted, but only Maria can do it. Only James can do it, so to say. And he pumps it into the 666. So he's not funneling it out of it, but he's kind of creating a glitch, a loop that's just pumping just building floors and burning liquidity. Obviously, he already did that with all the 666. And yeah, I'm not saying buy all of them, but you can just look at obviously no nukes and see all the different pairs it has and research if you want to. The rabbit hole goes as deep as you can imagine, to be honest. You know, but at least that one is for me a pretty easy one because you don't have to know 1,000 things. It's more like ink is bullish, no nukes is bullish because it's a multiplier. It's a part of the Atropa system, and this could be a good play. That's why we're presenting this. The same thing now, there's another system that's being built with Independence, Stay. There's other tokens involved too. That's newer. That has come out like the last couple of months. That is also very interesting to look at. Like I said, check out Stay and its relationship with Independence and the liquidity that's going on. Because, yeah, as much as most people understand, this whole Atropa system is built on liquidity, burnt liquidity, bonding. So if you really want to understand the stuff, learn your
technically here it is. If you really want to know like what's going on, PDI Atropa, mainly Atropa, is doing something different that the space has never seen before. That is going to rise all tides who are willing to come along with the ride. If you're trying to create your own Atropa and not be a part of the system, I personally believe you're going to be left behind.
Could you do me a favor, BRoots? Could you bring up the deck screener link that Mars shared with us? It's down because we talked about down earlier, and that's a really big one. That's not that hidden. Down, you can find down. And it's one of the first. It came out Like just to let people know, this has been this like first part of the Maria tokens that came out, and Maria made some price predictions that say the next 6 months Down's gonna outperform Atropa. We can also look at the Down Atropa ratio to see how that's been developing. And yeah, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but that's what the dev is saying. So you might want to listen to what he's saying. The Down might be a very interesting play, even if you just try to swing trade between Atropa tokens. So to say, I want to have more Atropa afterwards. Could be an interesting play, or more Teddy, or more P-Dye, whatever. I feel like it's good to have at least a little bit of the top ones. Like a little bit, have your main in the top ones, and then you can diversify if you want to. But for me, Down is one of the top ones. It's not like on the second page, but this is like seriously interesting to look into. And like I said, TSFI, don't leave it out. It's not been performing price wise that well, but Maria's going to talk about it in Amsterdam, and it has a really high price prediction. He's talking about $1,000. It's at $2, just to let you guys know. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but that's the info we are getting from all the Maria talk in the chats and so on. And yeah, I mean, it's a public info. It's not like we came up with this. There is a document, a piece of paper. Maria wrote down James wrote down his price predictions. Just letting you know, look into them. What are you thinking about TA-wise, BRoots? What are you looking at the chart?
It's very similar to Teddy Bear, actually. If you type in, there you go, Teddy Bear. The monthly chart is very similar with multiple gravestone dojis. So you're getting a lot of sell pressure up here. That's good because you're not getting a lot of sell pressure down here. So for everyone that thinks they're gonna like get this is a magnet, but there's only one touch there. Let me look at the weekly. There's two. Usually breakout magnets don't happen. You don't get them. That's why you'll always hear me say, sometimes that third magnet you don't get. But what I do see back at down, there is a specific magnet. Well, if it holds this level,
I hope it doesn't break down.
Yeah. If you break down from this and you close below here, you're coming back down to here. So you're going to see it. You're going to see a 3. So probably cutting 50%. You probably be able to get it in the $4 to $3.5 million market cap. If it doesn't and just keeps flirting with this support and resistance and just kind of keeps closing it, the problem with these is you can say this is it right here because it went over it, it hit it. It closed just below it, but then it closed just above it, and it's closing above it. So this is remaining as support. It's not resistance. If it starts closing down here, then I'm, going to this level. So it's very easy to come in on plays like this and just say, okay, I'm going to take a position here. And if I see it closes a couple candles down here, I'm out. And the best thing about that is it's the monthly. So you don't have to check on it until the next month. So
we just appreciated you also giving that mindset out that people are not like crazy looking at charts every day. So just have your targets. And if you want to put an alert, you can put alerts on. Don't be a maniac looking at the chart. Just put in your price alerts and you know when it's happening, or put in the limit order if you know how to. There's different ways of doing this, but please, guys, I know myself how much time. Sometimes you're just looking like an idiot at a chart and just be like, oh, it's going to happen something.
We all have to look at it every day. Like look at a weekly or monthly, and every Sunday when it closes, just wake up and look at the chart. That on my channel, I teach weekly for the most part. We'll look at dailies every now and then. You don't see me talk trading 4 hours and things like that, talking about long term of coins that I'm in, like my long term plays. Something like this has enough data to show you a monthly chart. So I can say without a doubt that, hey, as long as it stays above $7.5 million market cap, I'm good with my position. If I get a couple closes down here, I'm okay to sell my position because most likely it's coming down to this position. So when you have that game plan, and I'm looking at the monthly chart once a month, the first of every month, I can come back, set an alarm on my clock, and say, hey, my iWatch or your watch, and say, hey, check down the Atropa chart. And every first of the month, I can say, oh, it's closed down here. Let me take a loss. And it's a small loss. If you got $1,000, maybe it's like, 50, $75. But then you're able to get double the coins down here. Or you get in here and you're like, I'm holding the support. And then all of a sudden it starts going up. Yeah, that was a good buy. Then you start feeling good about yourself because you're making sound decisions. You're just not coming in just because BRoots said so. I heard BRoots and he just said you can make a sound decision. And this is what I'm trying to teach my subscribers is like, hey, don't just listen to me. Don't just ask me where to buy in or where to sell. Let's teach you how to do it. So when I'm gone, you can just do it yourself. Like
definitely, I agree to you.
This is very easy if you just take the time to learn. And there's no better time to learn, especially if you're only in pulse chain. If that's what you do and you're only in pulse chain, now is the time to learn. It's that simple. Learn something. Learn something.
And you can still get good opportunities to buy. If you do it when it's late and it's already top of the bull, it might be a little bit too late to learn. You don't know what you're doing. Bad idea.
Yeah.
Mr. BRoots, one last thing. Could you bring up the chart that Mars just sent, which is down against the Atropa, which shows us the price performance and that ratio? It's not against Pulse, but against the Atropa. He just shared another link.
Yeah. Where is it?
And in the meanwhile, I'm just going to tell you something else, which is also Vets in Crypto. Just was in the comment section. I just saw that saying that check out the IRC chat. I already mentioned that, but a lot of people don't know about it. Here we go. Peeps should tune into the IRC and observe the conversations to start beginning to understand. While it's cryptic at times, it does make some sense in its own way. That's what I said earlier. This is the chat. This is how it's called. You can find also in Telegram and Atropa ecosystem group a link to the chat log where you can just scroll through the dates and read different dates by date, so to say. And generally, I recommend you the Atropa ecosystem group too on Telegram. Why? Because people share new contracts, share new investigation info, and it's public and it's not private. So check that out too to get updated. And Mars said another thing right here that I'm agreeing on. Maria was talking about that down is like, so to say, a token that is suspected that people take profit from. So it's also recommended by him, so to say, to invest in it to be able to sell without harming the ecosystem, which is something that he's trying to do generally, is giving us ways out that are good for us and good for the market. So we don't wreck the price with taking profits, which I think is pretty unique. Again, we don't know if it's going to play out, but I'm just saying that's the information. And down is a key liquidity player, again, a very important piece in the whole rabbit hole. All right, looking at that chart, obviously, we're still in USD. Could you go to Atropa? Sorry, so it'd be annoying.
Oh, is this
ratio? Here we go. Thanks, brother.
Okay, there you
go. Now, what do we see here? Again, it's great to have you analyze this in real time. It's what I really was hoping for, that people would see you making these lines so they understand.
It's doing what Atropa loves to do the best. It screws the hell out of people. Some traders, if you don't get it, like it looks like a clear head and shoulders. There's your shoulder. There's your head. There's your shoulder. It's supposed to break down and go down to here. But what Atropa loves to do is do the opposite of what patterns are supposed to do. Does it all the time. We see it with Teddy Bear. We see it with P-Dye. We see it with Atropa. We see descending triangles, which is very bearish patterns, and it breaks to the upside. We see upside patterns break down to the downside. So one thing I've noticed is it just doing opposite of what traders are supposed to do. The only reason we know that because we do this on our show weekly. But yeah, this to me is bullish just knowing that it does opposite of what you're supposed to do as a trader. It kind of faked you out, went down, and just kind of went up instantly out of nowhere. So someone's buying this thing up. And
I know, brother.
if it passes, 30 cents, in my opinion, is going to a new all-time high, which you could probably say, damn, you're probably looking at 55 cents.
And
So
we're
against, sorry, 0.55, not 55 cents, 0.55 against Atropa. So that's another double of your Atropa from here.
Could be an interesting play. Again, guys, we don't know how it's going to play out, but let's say, I mean, until right now, we believe that James is a benevolent actor and he's not trying to give us infos to scam us with them, but more like to give people who are really into this infos before the whole market is going to have them, which is kind of like you have to be a dev right now to really understand it. There's not even a white paper for Atropa. I mean, everybody knows there is no white paper, there's no milestone plan, and the teddy bear page has been made by the community. It's not been made by James, you know, like the milestones we're reading there are made by, I feel like, and that's just what I love about it too. It's not for me a negative, but actually a positive is the community gets the choice, quite a shit ton of tokens, and then to see which ones are going to be most successful. You see? I also feel like he's done and committed like a social experiment, just pump out a shit ton and see, like with Teddy Bear, where do people rile up? Where do people back it? Where do people identify with, you know? Mm-hmm. And that's very, he committed kind of like a survey without people noticing.
Yeah.
And that's why Teddy also is now key, because Teddy got the adoption. So again, I'm agreeing a little bit, but a little bit. That's the IRC. What comes out is stuff goes to $1. Teddy Bear might do a 20x before that. That's what he wrote. I'm not saying it does. And then afterwards, when the dollar is in, to the moon, baby. Nothing stops Teddy to fly, because we're also going to put people, their millions of PDIs to get even more, you know, because they know now that volatile asset of that ecosystem is going to get the funneling of the funds. Also,
they're going to come running in. I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to come running in, because you know what? I'm going to demand to be on Crypto Ranch show once that voice starts going up. So people are going to know about Teddy Bear and the ecosystem.
And they're going to know who James is, and that he's not a maniac who just created some bullshit stuff, but that he's a brilliant mathematician. So, guys, again, we're creating here something which is degenerate speculation that we all kind of love, because we know only like this you can get the access you want, you know, that we want, because we're not here for a 1.5x or a 2x in 20 years, but we're here for creating generational wealth like that is changing our life, that we can give to our children or to future generations, and get some fucking freedom for people. Because, yeah, we all know how the system works. Whatever political party you're behind, I don't give a fuck. In reality, it's all rigged for me. The reality is, if you want to be free, you need that dough. And if you don't believe that, you're unfortunately naive. And I'm not saying you need money to be happy, but I live in a country where people, quite some people, are poor. And if you believe that they're happy because they're poor and that they have no opportunities in life, you're just romanticizing the poverty of people that you've never seen how they really live. You go to Mexico, to Cabo, and you see some people happy in a hotel, that doesn't mean that they're happy at home. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to be realistic about the money part. Again, I'm not saying money's the only thing in life. Family, friends, you know, people that you love are really important to have around you. But don't forget to make your money and to be intelligent about it. And I'm really happy that we have somebody like BRoots who is creating a show, again, with Shiltang, with YouTube. Follow him. All of the people are in the KSB. Please check out his older stuff too. Make your own picture. Check out his TA, his price predictions, to see he's not talking bullshit now. He didn't change the lines. I've seen it myself. He called the top of Postgame and everybody was super bullish and just saying, oh yeah, it's going to go up another 10x. We are going to be rich instantly. And he was like, yeah, this is euphoria. This is going down, baby. Here's a magnet it's going to. And if I would have listened to BRoots, and I say that honestly more, and I would have listened less to people that I believed in before, because they already made money in really big amounts. And I was like, if these guys are selling it, telling it, who am I to doubt it, you know? And more realized, yeah, I should doubt it. I shouldn't listen to what these people are saying. Yeah, they're rich now, but it doesn't mean that Hex is going to be outperforming every asset for the future. No, it does not. So, guys, again, we're not maxis. We're not just degens. There is a spectrum for everybody. And love and peace to the whole chain. I was really bullish for the stream with Mr. BRoots because I learned stuff from him. And I was like, now I'm at a level where I can actually give something back to him. And that feels good, because like that's how this shit should work. We should pump the whole market together and make this thing into the best technology that we can so it gets the worldwide adoption we are seeing. We're just in the beginning. It's 1% of the world that uses crypto. Not even 1% of that knows what Atropa is. So just to let you know, we're so fucking early.
So early.
We're in this like at a really good time, and enjoy the ride, guys. Enjoy the ride.
Guys, it's gonna be big. In my opinion, it's gonna be big. I know it's hard to see the price of Pulse Chain, what it's doing. But I explained that yesterday on my YouTube channel. If you just look at Polygon, you'll feel a little bit better. Matter of fact, for those who did not see it, let me bring it up real quick, and I'll just kind of go over it again. And this has nothing to do with this with the Atropa eco. Well, it kind of does because it's all about Pulse Chain too. But let me bring this up if you guys can bring that back up here. All right.
Polygon, another blockchain for people.
Polygon did basically nothing from April of 2026 when it first launched, all the way, let's just say February of 2021. So almost 2 years. Now, I was trading Polygon on this day one number. I remember it like it was yesterday. Then I also remember during this day, this little hump right here, if I really zoom in on it, that hump right there, everybody claimed that the team was selling. FUD. Horrible. The team was selling on you, scam, this and that. You're a crap. This is, bro, why are you chilling this? Polygon's a scam. That was right here. So in December 8th of 2019, it was a scam. And then literally for a whole nother year, imagine thinking that it is a scam.
Suffering.
From 2019 for a whole nother year. After they named it a scam for a whole nother year, nothing happens. And then literally 2 months later, goodbye. It happens quick, peeps. It happens so quick. So this is what happens in crypto. And I have said in a previous tweet in 2022, well before the actual Pulse Chain launched, I said, be prepared for this chart to look like Polygon. That was almost 6 months before Pulse Chain even launched. Actually, almost a year before Pulse Chain even launched. I said, be prepared. Now I'm going to be bullish. I'm going to be speaking bullish. I'm going to try to get this thing going. But be prepared if it ends up being a Polygon chart. A year in and a month later, we're looking like Polygon. So my opinion is it doesn't last 2 years. I don't think it lasts 2 years. I don't think we're going to not pump till March of 2025, like May of 2025. I don't think that's happening. But the mindset that I was getting is get your mindset in the fact that not everything goes up right away. There's an accumulation phase, and then it goes up. Think about why Polygon went sideways for 2 years. Releases. ICO releases. Kept the price down. What do you think's happening now? People are just selling their big bags, just keeping that price down.
Whales that have multipliers on their SEC, they're still in plus.
It's an accumulation phase. All this is accumulating. Who has the balls to accumulate? You know what's funny? This is the funniest part about it. Let's go to Dex Tools real quick.
Please.
Let's go to Dex.
BRoots is gone for a second now. I don't know what happened. Imagine it's his internet connection. Let's see if he comes back sooner than later. I hope so. And shows us what he wants to show on Dex tools. I feel like it's, guys, again, we don't know. It might be that it pumps in a week. You know, the pulse chain after the exchange listing, the merge listing might really perform well. But like we both think it's always good to be diversified. So if it doesn't, you can hopefully DCA more into it, or you can swing trade other assets for it if you feel like it's dirt cheap. So you're getting into a good position. And everybody its own choice. I'm not spotting a pulse chain chart. Neither am I like saying it's going to do a 10x next week because of the listing. So make up your own mind, make up your own targets. And here we go. All right, it seems like BRoots is not coming back. He got rocked, his battery died. So we're going to end that chat, I imagine, if he's not coming in a couple of minutes. In the meanwhile, again, check out these guys that I mentioned earlier, Vets in Crypto, Web Hotwin, all these people. You know, this is just too much alpha to not listen to. Check out the IRC chat log and check out KSB TV. Check out BRoots, the stuff that he's doing on Twitter and on YouTube. And yeah, generally, I hope you guys had fun today. I hope you got entertained. I hope you got to know something new too that might expand your vision on crypto. Because yeah, where we at right now, we're building. And we're building something that you guys can see right now. We're building a space in Amsterdam that's going to network a lot of people from different communities in Pulse Chain to connect. We're going to be in Berlin while there's going to be the Euro Cup, and it's going to be an exciting time, and people are going to see, again, a real DeFi perspective on crypto. We got the HEX cruise. You've never been to a Greek island? Join in. You finally can talk about crypto with people and without boring them, you know, without annoying them. All of them are into it. I feel like a lot of people have not that situation. In regular life, you just bore the shit out of people with it. And then we got obviously Munich, great city right in front of the Alps, beautiful lakes around it, always worth a visit. Besides just crypto, it's a great city to hang out in. Obviously, don't have to talk about London. We know that it's going to be huge too with RG3 there. After the whole thing, again, we know the cruise is happening in September 29th. And then we got the Richard Hart hearing October 24th. We obviously did not organize that one. We are not the SEC or a judge, but we obviously are very interested to see what's happening then. And hopefully the case gets dismissed and we all go to the moon, my friends. All right. It seems like that's it. I don't see BRoots is coming back. I also think we talked like, nearly 2 hours now. So guys and girls, it's been a pleasure. Sign up to KSB TV too. Check out our stuff. We're going to be streaming more frequently now. And peace out to all the BRoots community. Thanks for showing up and coming in, and have a good one. Enjoy.